What's up, Bybit fam? We are live. How is it going? My favorite time. Let's get into it. What's up, Leonard? How are you feeling?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today, man? Feeling great.
Awesome. Lovely to see your face and hear your voice. All right, so please confirm for me in the chat, first of all, levels, can you hear us? Are we audible? Are we equal? Can you hear the music? Is the music too loud? Help us out. Let's make this a nice environment for all of you. And of course, it is a crucial time on the charts. It always is. But right now, as we can see, things are squeezing. Things are squishing. Opportunity incoming, volatility incoming. And as a community, we win. As a community, we win. On our own, we struggle. I'm sure many of us are with me on that. All right, Lalit, I see you audible. Very nice. Draxus running smooth. Love it. Loud and clear. Awesome. We can
Perfect,
hear from
perfect.
Adiraju. Valentine, thank you for the confirmation. All right, so straight off the bat, while the members are joining in the chat right now, don't be quiet. Let me know, where are you from? Where are you from? Nice music, not too loud. Ika, love it. We finally got it right. So, first of all, where are you from? Second of all, how long have you been trading? This is vital information for me to know so I know where the group is, I know where the majority of you are, and how I can best help you. MD, thank you for joining. One of my largest Indian affiliates. Congratulations, MD, on your hard work. It is paying off. Marcin, welcome. Exastra, welcome. Shohan, Reno, Hiskia, Tree King. Let's see, Nigeria, Harday. Olasun, Nigeria, 3 years trading. Love it. All right, so 3 years trading. Now you should be teaching us. You ready to give us some trades here? I'm in the mood. Let me just tell you that. These Degen trades, I hope you've got your trades ready. I hope you've all been sniping the charts, looking at your alts. I've got some targets here. NMR, Hook, Cyber, looking juicy. And as always, Leonard is going to help us out with some Degen trades. All right, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jordan. I am a Bybit affiliate and a trader as well as a market analyst. I'm here to break it down. We're here to do some Degen trades, which are just for fun, as well as some holistic analysis. And remember, everything we go through today may be in our quiz. All right, welcome, Leonard. Tell the users, the new users, the ones who don't know you, most of us do, tell us about yourself.
Hey guys, if you're not in the community, I'm Leonard. I am just a guy that loves crypto way too much. And I'm going to be here. I don't have the expertise on trading as Jordan, but I'm going to be here to give us a lot of helpful insight about what the markets are doing and how it influences your trades. So stick around and I'll give you the latest rundown on what's going on in crypto and how you can use that information to trade from position of power.
I don't know what you're talking about. FA is just as important as TA. And you know what? Together we're a great team, but you are a trader and you can smash FA trades. And I can't. I see the news and I go, well, that could be bullish, that could be bearish. I struggle to decipher the bullish or the bearish from the FA. So much needed, Leonard. And you know, we bring our minds together and that's how we win. All right, so looking at the charts, I'm very excited to get into some TA. I've got a lot to go through. I'm going to give you a very brief top-down analysis. But first, as we can see, we have no live trades running. So for fun, to get some P&L going, let's be Degens. Let's have some fun. Right now in the chat, I love to hear from the community. As I said, I have some trades that I have been eyeing. And if we look at the pumpers, I mean, things are going crazy here. We have Fourth going 40% up in the last 24 hours. We have Unfi going up 20% in the last 24 hours. These pumps are gorgeous. FLM 20%. ENJ 15%. So as I say, opportunities are incoming. And if this is happening while BTC is sleeping, the market is about to do something. And yeah, I have some insights, so we'll talk about that a bit later. But let's look here, 12%, 10%, KAS, BEL, Liquidity, WLD. These are all lovely coins to trade. So we have a smorgasbord ahead of us. Let's have a look at Fourth. If we really want to be Degens, we're gonna look into what's pumping and what's dumping. So let's be a little bit crazy here and move into a coin which is just obviously something that you would be very careful to move into. We can see on the 1 day time frame we are overbought. So right now, while I'm looking at this, I want to hear, I'll open one on this, but I want to hear from the crew right now. 5-minute time frame. What are we looking at? High leverage degen trades on meme coins. Give me a direction and a coin. Let's smash it. Let's have the P&L live so that we can learn. Because you know what? As a trader, you will always have to think on your feet. Yes, you plan the trade and you trade the plan, but things change. You're always going to have to learn to think on your feet. And this kind of paper trading is exactly how you do that. Yes, for you, maybe $100 is not paper trading, but one day you will get there. You will get there. Just understand that if you're used to a $10,000 position size, then $100 could be a paper trade. All right, so this is gnarly. I love this. So let's just try and figure out our leverage here, because I think 100x is high. We can't go to 100x on this coin. I don't know if I even want to go to 25x. I'm not even sure if I want to short it. Is this coin going to keep pumping? Let's hear from the chat. Are we going to keep pumping here on 4th? Or am I going to short this thing now to the grave? We definitely missed the top of the long, but look how high we are on this daily RSI. Oof, and it's a smooth momentum ride. Okay, so let's just move down our time frames. This is the 4-hour time frame. Nice big sell wick coming in there. We have to have a tight stop here. Whatever we do, we have to have a tight stop, because this could just happen again. We've seen this before. If the coin has strong fundamentals, it can keep pumping basically until the FOMO wears off, or until the whales stop pumping it. And, you know, this can be deadly for everyone. If we do want to short it, of course, we have to act quite soon. We could see that we may be forming a bearish divergence and a double top on this 1-hour time frame. So let's act on this. Let's act on at least the time frame that is giving us an entry. All right, so we're going to enter on a market. Check your mode. I always like to be on hedge mode because I like to open long and shorts at the same time. All right, and let's go order by cost. Let's go in with $100 and let's always enter. So we're going short. We want to take profit. More importantly, we want a stop loss. So let's just take a stop loss of 30%. We can add our take profit later. We want to get into this trade. I'm going to keep it on a 10x because this is nuts. Let's just go a little bit up. I'll put it on a 14 so we get some P&L. But just be aware. Be aware of the volatility on the trades that you're opening, and always be careful. Even when you're paper trading, you know, you saw how I entered with a stop now, because this is the kind of coin that could easily wreck us. Very easy. All right, so now we come down to our P&L. Let's see if we can get our P&L to update here on the side. There we go. All right, now we can go about adding our take profit. But you know what? Before I do that, I always check my stop loss and I see what I'm risking. And I can see it's actually a little bit high. So let's bring it down. As I said, we want to be safe with this one. There's a beautiful double candle body top there on the 1 hour. Remember, this is the 1 hour. We're being degens here. Of course, a coin like this, you want to trade a little bit higher time frames too. But let's just leave that now because this is interesting. We're either going to get stopped out. Let's have a look what we're risking now. $32 is the risk. All right, for a nice ROI, let's just give a nice 90%, 1 to 3. Oh, look at this bouncing around. So now let's hop to the 15-minute time frame. And of course, you know, now we can start bringing out indicators, etc. But it looks like something's going to happen. So at least we're degenning it. All right. So I think that's good for now. This is degen. We'll look at some holistic trades, and we've got some bouncy P&L here. So right now, while I drop the Kahoot link, and while I drop some links for some Bybit announcements that will be in the Kahoot. Oh, this is lovely. Let's go, let's go, let's go. What's going to happen? This is like nail biting. Eesh. Okay, Leonard, I think hit us with the news. Hit us with the news. Let's go.
All right, we'll jump right into the news. Share my screen, sir. All right, everybody. A lot of interesting developments in our decidedly bearish market going on. All right, first off, I'm going to lead with are NFTs dead? All right. Recently, the monthly sale volume in Ethereum and Polygon NFTs has dramatically dropped, specifically in August, according to Dune Analytics. Monthly sales for Ethereum NFTs specifically have reached an impressive peak of about 659 million in February. But in this month, we've gotten all the way down to 106 million. the lowest monthly volume since May 2021. That represents roughly an 84% fall from the February peak. All right. For example, for other metrics that would like kind of give you an indication that OpenSea is struggling a little bit, there were only 125K active users in August. And also bear in mind that it's like commonly perceived that a lot of NFT volume is wash trading, where people want to inflate the prices of their NFTs so they'll trade back and forth between two accounts that they own, or like collude in a group in order to, have a nice price history of like a gradually increasing price. So I guess in a nutshell, basically saying that anytime you look at NFT volume or prices on NFT, always take it with a grain of salt, because what you're seeing, even though you see different wallet addresses and it looks like a bunch of unique actors, it might not be, exactly what it looks like. It might be another layer under it. All right, so all this is happening on top of OpenSea's decision to stop enforcing royalty fees. If you haven't been following the news, they recently rolled out a Medium post that was essentially like, since we're not getting compliance across the whole industry as far as people, platforms essentially enforcing the Seaport contract, which is the contract that's responsible for making sure that whenever an NFT is sold, that the original creator gets their cut. Bear in mind that a lot of people that got into the NFTs essentially built that business model off the idea that in for the rest of their lives or for the life of the NFT, they always get a cut of all these sales. And for big players like Yuga Labs and things like that, this is a huge amount of income. I mean, like you have things with 35F floors. If it trades hands a couple times, that's a pretty decent chunk of change, and it just keeps going. And there's a lot of NFTs individually in that collection. So since they made this like rather unpopular decision, there's been a lot of pushback from the creator community, with a couple of really high profile people in crypto, coming right out and saying that they didn't really agree with the idea. Yuga Labs basically came out and was like, hey, we're going to boycott your platform because this is a huge part of our revenue. And this isn't, what you guys said you were going to do. We didn't think that you would change your mind or that you would go back on this promise. A lot of this whole industry was predicated or built on the idea of creators actually getting royalties. And because we hear him in every story, it's either Elon Musk or Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban came out as an investor in OpenSea and essentially said that he thought it was a terrible idea, that this was going to harm their business model tremendously. I think it's pretty interesting when you have a major stakeholder coming out and saying that a business is not making a really smart choice. All right, so if you look at individual NFTs, some of the collections for the blue chips are still going really strong. Things like Bored Ape, Mutant Ape, Milady, CryptoPunks, Azuki, they've always been, since their inception, pretty strong. And the sales have gone down, but the prices have roughly maintained in this market. There has been some downwardization, but it's not so bad. But things like utility NFTs, like Decentraland, and what's the other one with Snoop? Uh, Sandbox, yeah, Sandbox has trended down really sharply, and part of the reason for this is that the price of Sandbox and Decentraland are also predicated on their native ecosystem token, Sand, and I forget the other one. But so it's not just like pure NFT metrics are just purely tied to that one market. It's kind of tied to spot markets as well. I would imagine some perpetual markets too. So, with all that being said, do you think that NFTs are dead? Let me know in the chat. Do you think it's just something that, since we're having a generalized bear kind of experience right now, that it's just sleeping? And what I've told you about how the royalties work and the changes that are coming, do you think that even if we do go into some kind of, summer again in the near future, do you think that they'll pick back up, or do you think that that's something that's going to kind of, become less and less? We've seen a lot of trends in crypto. We've seen play to earn. We've seen NFTs, ordinals. A lot of things go really hot and then they go cold just quick. And NFTs have had a lot of sticking power over a really long period of time. But do you think it's the end of the road for NFTs? I really like to hear your opinion. Let me know while I transition to the next topic. But before we move on, I got to ask Jordan, are you an NFT? We see you trading up a storm, but we never hear you talk about NFTs. Do you ever, are you a dabbler in NFTs? It's not my bag. I'm not going to lie.
Yes, so I am quiet about it, but I am actually the creator of my own NFT collection that I have
Okay.
dropped.
This
So
right.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know when it's ready. But I'd rather be huge. I'd rather it be awesome because I've been studying NFTs. Whoa, look at this P&L jumping around. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it is
See it.
crazy. This trade is obviously $11 in the red now, but there's no telling what's going to happen now because we're seeing popcorn time on this coin. Like we said, they're low market cap, so nice, nice comment there. But yes, no, I'm a huge NFT enthusiast. Obviously, there are these bubbles that we go through, but NFTs are a game changer, and it's not just for artists. You know, it comes to linking authenticity to anything. Look at this candle coming in. Can we
Oh yeah.
survive it? Can we? Oh, there's our stop
Oh.
loss. So there you go. That's how easy it is. And you know what? If we were true degens, we'd hop on a little short now and we'd ride it through. But let's wait for the holistic trade. Let's leave that for now. And yeah, that's a nice learning there. So we'll chat about the learning at the end of that.
All right.
Right. But yeah, NFTs I think are here to stay. Most definitely, in my opinion, they are actually changing the world slowly. And as soon as people understand, you know, it's not just hopping on a train into the latest fad. You know, it takes time for people to realize a world-changing thing. And I do
True.
honestly believe,
True.
you know, for musicians, for artists, think about a fine artist making a painting. They sell that painting once for say $100. It gets sold 10 more times. The value increases to say $10,000 or $100,000.
Exactly.
They never see anything for that.
Exactly.
Woo! That's why we use a stop loss. Let me show you this. Look at that green candle coming in. So well done. Who predicted the long? Because somebody actually came in and said maybe there's a long there. And yeah, maybe we're just too close up here. Maybe we do need to zoom out. But anyway, we'll chat about that just now. And do not get me talking about NFTs because I will not stop. All right, let's move. Let's move. Thanks, Leonard.
No problem. All right. Moving on to our second topic. China court has declared that virtual assets are legal properties protected by law. Is this bullish? All right. In recent news, despite a blanket ban on cryptocurrencies imposed by Beijing in 2021, which was a terrible time if you were around, prices went meh. We're not going to talk about that right now. A lot of Chinese courts have been finding in individual judgments that virtual assets holders have property rights. All right, this is important because essentially, for all intents and purposes, foreign digital assets in China are illegal. We saw when China effectively banned Bitcoin, so to speak, it had a huge effect on the markets, and the timing was absolutely terrible. If you were around during that time, it was just like hell week where we just got more and more horrible advice and the prices kept going down and down. I think it even broke us out of like ranging towards all-time highs, but I won't even talk about that. um, this is significant because as more and more case law in China is established that basically commodifies digital assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or even like NFTs and things like that, it's seen as a softening of their stance or like a softening of their approach. Essentially, like their judiciary, like in most places, is completely separate politically, although it can be influenced. So if they have a divergent view from the government, unfortunately, it's still the law. So the more that courts find that, these things act like commodities, it really determines, what jurisdiction would be for regulatory bodies like the Chinese version of the SEC or the Chinese version of the CTFC. Um, Now, as we all know, the US is like so slow, besides being a major player in crypto, for embracing like a cogent legal framework with how to treat digital assets. The SEC has been clamoring for years to take jurisdiction, and you see them bringing a lot of lawsuits without proper guidance, essentially charging projects for offering tokens and calling token securities. Well, most people would argue that things like Ethereum and Bitcoin would technically be commodities, just like oil or anything else, wheat futures. And this is an important distinction because the Howey test doesn't really apply to commodities. And as we've seen, the CTFC is like a way more likely to just actually put out like a clear, very transparent guidance in which these industries can operate under. All right. So in the background of this decision in China, since we're comparing China and the US, I don't know if anybody caught this, but Coinbase slid in like this really ninja regulatory win with the CTFC. All right, so they essentially, while they're being sued by the SEC, went and got approved for a futures commission merchant license. What this is basically the ability, specifically for Bitcoin and Ethereum, this is the ability to offer futures on their platform. And let me tell you that, like, with the way we're regulated, they don't really take lightly the ability for an exchange or any kind of trading body to offer futures period to non-accredited investors. So like for accredited or retail investors, especially with accredited investors, because of the amount of money and diligence that's necessary, this is huge. And they didn't make a lot of like flashy press releases or anything like that. And I strongly suspect this is because they're still in a very public feud and lawsuit with Gensler and the SEC. So this whole development is super bullish. And if you think about it, depending on if any other case law or any other major regulatory happenings occur in this period of time, this will kind of have an effect on the SEC's claim that some of these assets are securities. So there might be like a chilling effect on the lawsuits that are in progress as judges kind of step back from this and they're like, well, SEC, you really don't think that you have standing in this case. So a huge win then for both places. China for increasingly recognizing that these virtual assets are property, which is something that anybody that's been in crypto has already known. They're fungible or non-fungible, but they are usually in the ownership of a singular person or held in trust for multiple people, and they behave just like anything else we've seen in financial assets. Yes, there's some really cool innovation. There's things that you could do with decentralized finance or centralized CeFi in the context of exchanges, but there's so much that you could do with crypto that you can't do. But at the end of the day, this is just money. It's just a lot of different types of money, and it really, in a practical way, doesn't differ any that much from like a stock or a fiat or a land deed or anything else that people would use to store value. So small wins. Let's hope we keep seeing courts take an aggressive stance defining exactly what virtual assets are and like how they play out in our traditional system of property ownership. All right, so the question from that topic is, I know we all live in a lot of different places, and I would assume if you're using Bybit that it's crypto friendly. But what's your take? Do you think that digital assets or virtual assets are indeed property? Do you think that there should be a delineation between what a regulatory body, because they're different for every country, treats as, say, like a stock versus what they would treat something like an oil future or a grain future? Let me know in the comments, and let me know if you also think that this is bullish. But let me tell you, this is indeed bullish. Not like super bullish, but it's definitely good to hear if you're a long-term hodler. If you think that, there's a future for this, you want a lot of like positive little wins like this. Not anything to do with price or anything like that, but the glue behind the scenes that's like holding all of this together. Because if the government doesn't like something, you don't get to play with it, unfortunately, as China in 2021. All right, you got any opinions on this one, man? I had to pull this one out.
Sheesh. Yeah, that's a big one. It's super interesting. It's super interesting, yeah. But I think you've covered it. Very nice.
All right, I want to get back to these delicious DJ trades, so I'm going to go into our final one. Hey, man, that candle was just going off. Looking at Cyber. All right, if you guys haven't been following Cyber was kicking butt. Cyber Connect is a Web3 social network. It like almost doubled in value over the past week. While, like, as we're all aware, Bitcoin and Ethereum have not been doing so good. And like it recently reached an all-time high of $15. All right, so if you aren't familiar with what Cyber is, it's like a suite of 3 different products. All right, Cyber Connect is like the development framework, and that lets developers independently make applications related to like digital social media, to be specific, like digital identity, content, and friendships on the blockchain. All right. The second product in the suite is CyberGraph. The CyberGraph is like an analytics and visualization suite that like lets you see like connections between people in a social network and the content that they create. And then finally is Cyber ID, which is like their way of giving you an NFT that's saying like I am this particular person, and the content that I make and the friends that I have. This is like just how you would assign identity on a blockchain, so to speak. Um, it's hot, but my personal take is this is another one of those. I, ever since Musk took over Twitter, there's been like a really big emphasis on looking for a decentralized solution to social networking. And if you were paying attention to Friend Tech, for example, it launched on Base. When it came out, like the traffic was amazing. Like everybody was so into Friend Tech. Friend Tech people like came and claimed their profiles. If you invested in certain influencers, you made a lot of money. But if you read about it on Cointelegraph and then you reacted, you probably lost a lot of money and you were extra liquidity for somebody. So while we're searching for like a more perfect Twitter, especially like given the weirdness with Twitter and Threads, even in the non-crypto world, if you see how Threads behave, it was like immediately hot, and then as soon as the novelty wore off, people stopped posting, stopped signing up. So like eventually I guess we'll find what we're looking for as far as like a balance between a decentralized solution that doesn't really censor anybody, but something that's like curated enough where it's usable. Because if you don't have moderators, if you don't have some kind of rules in these environments, then it gets a little hairy. Free speech can be a double-edged sword sometimes. But just something interesting. I would not. I don't take a firm stance about assets and investing. It's always your guys' money and do your due diligence. But this is probably something, as we're talking about it now, that you missed the boat on. If you were there, if you were into cyber, if you traded cyber on Bybit, leveraged, good for you during the time. But as we talk about this, I would approach this asset with extreme caution. Most of these, pretty much 100% of these up to this point, if anybody remembers Steam It back in the day with its own blockchain, they just don't pan out. It's kind of like Web3 gaming. A lot of initial traction, but as people start to familiarize with the project, it just tends to wane. So uh, be careful. If you're still looking at cyber, there's definitely going to be some volatility on the way down, but I would be really careful with going in full. As a side note, I don't know if anybody was paying attention to the funding rate on cyber on Bybit, but it got to negative 2,000. So yeah, people aped into it that hard, folks, and bless
I
their
saw
heart.
that it was just, yeah, it's been happening on some coins. We can see this crazy,
Pay
and
attention
that's
to
where
the funding rate.
it comes in handy to be a trader. Practicing like this comes in handy because then you can learn to hop on these coins. Most of the time, I would say when all the volatility and the liquidity is coming towards small market cap coins, stay away from it. But if you have the skills, I mean, that's where the
Yeah,
high ROI from small account sizes
that's
comes.
true. That's true. If you got the chops, go for it. But if you're new or you're not completely certain, tread with caution. And always, just take it easy. You can always ease into a position. You don't have to always go in. Always leave a little bit of your powder off to the side just in case something goes south real quick, so you can correct or like adjust your entry price. And as always, please, people, take profit and use stop loss. All right. That's it for me as far as the news. We could talk about the hottest crypto picks, but I really want to get back to this Degen trading. So take the lead, my man.
All right, cool. Well, maybe you can help us out a little bit later looking at some hype tokens there to actually trade now if there's any hot FA. But for this moment in time, I think everyone who is here, make sure you fill out the raffle. The raffle form, let me know if it is working in the chat. If you've been able to fill it out, let's all smash that because we'll choose 3 of you to give $50 to, and our Kahoot $75 to the top three. So
$75.
I hope all of you are getting ready. This is where you can actually earn some capital to learn with. And if you're a pro trader, yeah, you can make some very, very nice profits out of that. All right, so I'm just looking at this fourth trade. Very interesting, seeing what's happening there. And it's so awesome uh, for us to have this opportunity to go in on and trade coins like this and see what happened. Anyway, let's just add this back. Sure. So we can see now coming back down. So yes, nice input there, that perhaps the leverage was just a little bit too high for this amount of volatility. And BTC is doing its thing. Let's have a look. BTC is right now dumping, so it's very, very hard for another coin to go against BTC. We weren't super off in our prediction of going long short, but we just need to remember that now there's buy liquidity. Now there's buy liquidity for BTC. So it's all about this little level here on the 4-hour time frame. And yep, we can see where everything is getting very exciting. So right now, let me know, how are you finding the Kahoot? I see we have 23. We will be starting our Kahoot in about 20 minutes. So you have some time. Let me drop the link once again. And then those announcement links that I dropped in the group, please do check them out. Not only because some of our quiz questions will be based on these announcements, but because this is alpha. This is where you learn how to profit maximum from the Bybit ecosystem. All right, we see here Bybit Spot coming soon. Velos, very, very cool. Vexed. If you don't know about it, check it out. And you know what? As I always say, Bybit doesn't dabble with anything that isn't worth checking it out. Of course, it's not financial advice if it gets listed, but it's not easy. I've seen the listing requests, and there's a queue around a continent. So if they get here to listing, they're worth your time. They're worth your time. All right, let's have a look here. As always, we have some awesome launch pads, and we have Launchpad 3.0. And I mean, so much to get involved here for MNT. And just take note here, I mean, we see a few different events. Cash Tree Launchpad, very, very cool. This one, I mean, take a quiz to share 42,500 MNT. And yeah, this is pretty much an IDO here. So you're going to be winning a token that you could hold through a bull market and make 1,000 ROI. So get involved. Of course, not financial advice, but always be aware. And let's have a look here. Bybit and Satos partnership. Very, very cool. Come to the link and yeah, have a learn. Have a learn about what's going on, what Satos is, how you can get involved. And yeah, just be aware of the relationship. We can see here, Bybit and Satos are two distinct entities and neither is a subsidiary of the other. So always be aware in these partnerships. One is Bybit and one is Satos. All right, so the crew is hopping in the building, and I can see I can see the previous winners are here, and they're ready to smash it again. So come in hot, don't be shy, don't be scared, but come in hot, come in with your learning cap on. I hope everybody has been taking notes because it is that hectic. All right, so from now I'm going to go into an analysis of BTC, and we can right now see we've had this level, this critical support and resistance that we were teeter-tottering on. Then BTC chose to completely play with our emotions. We got a win over the SEC in terms of our grayscale BTC ETF, tongue twister of note. And look at the fake out. I mean, this is what the market is about. Learning to not get eaten, not get wrecked, but then also learning to profit. And yeah, that's a really hard move. Unless you're using indicators. So well done to those who were using the indicators, because in that case it was all there for you. So well done to those who are using divergence indicators, etc. And I mean, we can even see here on the RSI, looking back on the 4-hour time frame, everything's there. I mean, yeah, look at that. Look at that. RSI, I can never say it enough. If you just entered on that shark fin in overbought on the RSI, you would now be in a 9% Bitcoin short. And Jason Casper nailed it. He got it. He's almost $10,000 profit. Absolutely beautiful. And we can't all be snipers like Jason Casper, but it's a learning and it's a nice goal to have. All right, so what I'm going to do now, yes, this is a little bit confusing, but I'm going to zoom out. And this is what I would suggest everyone does always. So I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to clean up the charts. I'm going to look quickly at the monthly time frame, and I'm going to just tell you what I'm seeing. Of course, I want to hear from the group. I'm in the Discord right now. Pop me a message, or pop a message into the Art of Live Trading in the Discord if you have any setups on alts, or if you have a setup here on BTC that you think I should be entering. Not going to enter. I mean, look at this. Look at this monthly time frame. It is decision mode. RSI is literally right in the middle, sitting on top of its own slow moving average. So we're getting squeezed here between the middle of our RSI, because we're now in bearish, slightly bearish territory. We haven't even seen on the monthly bearish territory for a long time. So already on the monthly, we're starting to see things and realize why this time frame is so important. All we need to do is analyze this, and we can already see where we are in the cycle. And I have a few very interesting things to show you. Okay, so first off, in terms of market structure, we were looking at a rising wedge on the monthly time frame, which we managed to break down out of. I'm going to keep it nice and simple because I know there are a lot of newbies in the chat. Yes, this is a high leverage trading stream, but this is the rising wedge, the main rising wedge on the monthly that we have been tracking. We track the breakdown, and remember, this market is all fractalized. So zoom out and you will see the larger trends. Small baby uptrend. It's been a very nice time, but now small baby uptrend has been broken. So we may retrace as a continuation of the larger bear trend. And right now I want to show you something quite interesting. Oh, first of all, before I do that, let me make this bigger. Let me see if I can make this bigger. So just take note of where this rejection came in here, because we were in an uptrend. And then what happened? We failed at a level. We failed at a level, but it's not a random level. It is the level. Look at this. This is the start of all of our resistance. So what I'm showing you here is what we call a support and resistance flip. It's called a support and resistance flip. And what you can do is just pull out a rectangle. Because this is the level. And yeah, look at that. These wicks here. Just have a look how... Where's my brush now? Broken turned into support. Resistance broken turned into support. Support again. Support broken. Now we saw that support flipped into resistance. Simple, simple stuff. Very important. You will get so lost if you do not zoom out. All the gurus will tell you, zoom out before you zoom in. Don't come and trade on the 15-minute or the 1 hour or the 4 hour if you have not done your due diligence on these time frames. And what we can see from here is a little bit scary. If we go to our next rectangle, I would draw it in somewhere around there. So just be very aware of that this could be a continuation. Let's make this a little bit more exact. Let's just get a level in there. We can see liquidity. We can see liquidity here that got eaten into and we boosted out of it. Here we can see a wick down back to that liquidity. And, you know, always you have to have, as I say, it's fractalized. You have to have a short-term bias, a medium-term bias, and a long-term bias. Most of you know long-term my bias is bullish, of course. But what do we do now? We're not just going to buy Bitcoin and wait 5 years because that's boring. We're going to try to figure out the medium term, and we're going to profit off that. Medium term, I am still a little bit more bearish. And I know some of you are bullish, but I'm just going to be honest with you. I mean, okay, let me show you one interesting thing which will tell you why I'm a little bit bearish. So keep in mind these levels. And what I'm going to do is bring up, as most of you know, one of my absolute favorite indicators, the Market Cipher B with divergences. And what I'm actually going to do is go to the BTC index. Let's see, where's my BTC index? This one there. All right, this one's fine. So all we're looking for is a chart with a lot of history on BTC, because I want to quickly look at old bull markets and bear markets and see if there's anything we can see. And yes, there is, and it's awesome. So let's have a quick look. As we can see, that's our major level there, the top of our wick on our previous bull market before this crazy bull market that we just had. Remember, this was crazy. This was crazy for Bitcoin. And then we actually dwarfed that whole previous bull market. So I can't even imagine what the next one is going to look at. And yeah, use the halving indicator to show you all the halving events so you can be aware. Go back in time, look at those halvings and look at the catalysts. But what I want to show you here is something extremely interesting. So Market Cipher has actually helped us to see where the bottoms have been in the past. And if we go all the way back, the way that it has helped us do so is by printing a green dot and then a red dot. So first we get the green and then we get a red. So just be aware here. Look at this bottom here. Right there. February 2019. Then here's the red dot that I'm talking about. Let me pull this way up. And we got a retracement, but it was above the lower low, right? And then we get the start of the bull market. Ooh, and look at this. The last time we got a monthly bearish divergence was at the top of the all-time high. Super interesting. But then look here what's happened now. We got a green, and now we've gotten our red. So this could be the confirmation that the bottom is in, but that we're going to retrace a little bit. Look here, we retraced after this print. I mean, this is a decent retrace. Remember, it's dwarfed. It's dwarfed now, the prices. So that's huge. That's 60%. We could be in for a 60% continuation of our winter. Maybe we're only 2/3 through our winter. And that's a juicy sign. I mean, I would love a black swan event. As long as we're not going to get wrecked. These wicks are where we make our whale money. That's where we should all have limit orders set. All right, so moving forward, if this is the bottom, if Market Cipher is doing well for us here, we're looking for a retracement. And then a nice pump, and then we would get this. We would get the bullish divergence on the monthly, which would smash us up. I hope everybody's following, and if we have to actually retrace according to that historical analysis we just did, and remember, all of the markets are mirrored. All of the markets are mirrored. We'll do a spider lines course at some point, and that will absolutely blow your mind. But right now, basically what I'm looking at is just a healthy retracement to anywhere above the previous low. And like I've said many times before, we've got a lot of room to be bullish here because anywhere there would still be bullish. Remember, all we need is higher highs and higher lows. If we zoom out on the trend, we just need to be above this level, 15,800. And this is juicy profit-making areas, especially if we get a black swan wick somewhere there, but we manage to stay bullish. So just be aware of this big general market structure, because right now I think this is generally all you need to know. And just be aware the market doesn't just go up or just go down. This isn't straight up. This has been hectic. This is the monthly time frame, but in general, it's up and down. So from now, in general, monthly, we're looking at that, but it's going to be hectic. so just, be careful. I hope everybody is following there on the general top down. We're doing quite well for time. If you don't know Market Cipher, just get involved, because looking back here, if we actually look back on this monthly to the last, like I said, confirmed bullish divergence that we received, it's using data from the previous market top. Bearish divergence, the previous bearish divergence that we received. Look at that. It pre-predicted the all-time high short. I mean, you could have profited all the way down here, added to your trade here, and then profited again. I mean, an insanely profitable signal. So if you don't know the indicator, start to use it. And I will be doing some teaching in the communities on it. Okay, I hope everyone's following. What I want to do quickly is have a look at the US dollar index. We don't often look at it, but it's very important to note what's happening here on a larger market cycle time frame. And basically, this is our enemy. If you're a BTC maximalist or any kind of hodler or anything like that, the US dollar is our enemy, and we want to liquidate it. We want to crash it to the ground, because this, for us, is death. Okay, so just look at what's happened here. And the reason I'm showing you this is because, it might happen right now. This is another reason why we might be in for extreme blood. And like I say, just as long as you prepare, just as long as you're prepared for the wicks, then you can see, this pump. Well, let's just see here. So look at this. Pump, huge dump. Pump, huge dump. Pump. This has been a huge dump for the dollar. It already has been. Then we get our big liquidity wicks down here, 10%. 9%. I mean, historically, this is just looking deadly. Deadly. This is territory for the US dollar now to break, because it does. This is what it does. It creates these ceilings, and then it smashes them. And right now it's doing that. It's creating one. So just be careful of this range. If the US dollar makes a play for this level, yeah, that's the level where we want to pick up BTC, etc. And we can see from this that it's trying to make higher highs here. And see, it's really trying. So what the US dollar is trying to do by just, obviously just inflation, printing bad things that, can't happen to BTC, they might just push it all just to get a higher high so that they can continue their uptrend. And you know what? This is when we will profit. This is when we will have our bear market. So larger market structure, very important. How this is actually support now. Just realize, let me just show you in a very, very simple way. Support and resistance flips, very important. Let's do the rectangle. And you can actually use this whole wick here. Boom. Just be aware that this was, for the dollar, extreme resistance. Extreme resistance. And now it's support. So, it's time. I hope everyone's following. Okay, I think we're doing well for time. We've done really well. So,
Oh, yeah.
Right now in the Discord, please drop for me your requests. Let's have a look at opening a little bit more of a holistic trade. So right now in the Discord, please drop for me. I just want to draw in one more triangle here for continued analysis. And then what you can do is, if it's confusing, of course, you can just add a text here and say, okay, this would be my limit order, or DCA or buy zone for BTC, just so you remember that in fact it's not a profit zone, and you got to try and figure out how this correlates, and remember that will be resistance. So of course you take it like a trader, you wait for volume to come in, sending it down, and that's when you think limit order, DCA, buy zone, etc. All right, so we'll leave it there for continued analysis. I'm going to go into the Discord right now. You can also drop it straight into the YouTube chat. We were looking at a really cool coin the other day, and we did some awesome analysis on it. I've forgotten what it was. I want to see how it played out. What was that awesome coin we were doing on Friday? Please let me know if you remember. Ooh, look at BLZ. Sure. Okay, so it's time to look at some alts. Please do drop for us in the Discord, or threatening a bearish divergence here. Threatening on BLZ. Let me know if anybody is trading this coin. We can see a slight bearish divergence possibly starting to print. Let's see who's here, who's in the chat. Don't be shy. Oh, the Kahoot is imminent. The Kahoot is imminent, so don't stress. We are going to go live with the Kahoot in 12 minutes. 12 minutes. The link is not going through. Let's see. We've got 31. Awesome. I see our peeps are starting. All right, so let me know which link it is. That is not working. Market Cipher. You can use Vu Manchu Market Cipher VMC. So I'll show you because it's one of my favorite indicators. It's called VMC Cipher B Divergences. Incredible indicator. Look how it caught this pump here. Wasn't a bullet. Oof, look at that. All the way from back there. Caught the long. Juicy. And then even here it reminded you, okay, long time. Very, very nice. I like it because you don't have to look at 5 indicators. You can look at one because it is 5 indicators in one. And yeah, it can be a little bit confusing at first. It's taken me a few years, but we move. All right, so right now, what are we looking at? KAS, I see. Very nice. How about Jasmine? Very nice. USD is our enemy. I hope Gary Gensler is watching. When we see a bearish divergence, it's called, I mean, Jason Casper calls it the dreaded Gary Gensler pattern. If we look at the monthly bearish divergence, I'll show you why he calls it that. And it's, yeah, it's very useful. Very, very useful. Let's use this chart. Here's a bald head, and here's a bald head. And there we go. The market gets smashed. And yeah, I mean, look at this. So this was the short, 172%. Yeah, so an indicator worth looking into. Okay, let's see. What are we going? Filecoin. I actually love Filecoin, personally, as a long-term play. Let's have a quick look. Ooh, sleeping giant on the monthly. So always zoom out, even on these coins, and just see what is being dwarfed here and where the profits are. That is a take profit. And just look at this. So yes, we can trade this, you know, in the short term, but this is for those of you who don't know, this is a storage coin, file coin. And as most of us know, everything is getting bigger while all of our devices are getting smaller. You know, storage, cloud, the cloud is becoming the most important thing, as well as, of course, the encryption within that cloud, etc. And Filecoin are front runners in this narrative, in this sector of the industry. And look at that. I'm actually going to make a note to add that to my DCA bots and just buy. I'm just going to buy $1 of it a day, not financial advice. But when coins give me a take profit that looks like that, that could be 3,000%, I can put the next 100 days, you know, the next 300 days, $1 a day. It's like budgeting. It's like saving. You get what we call the smile curve. Because if we get this, of course, this is crazy. We've zoomed out now. But if we get this, then what is this? It is one hell of a smiley portfolio. If you've DCA'd this entire time, the profits are just, I mean, it's whale stuff. All right, so now that we've looked at the monthly here, we can see just how dwarfed the market is here on Filecoin. I mean, it looks like everybody's absolutely forgotten about this coin. On the monthly, we're getting not a lot of volatility. We can see where the liquidity is, which is another reason why I like to zoom out on the monthly. When we get a double candle body on the monthly there, we can see a nice level. And then again, we see a wick coming down to that level. So this is the buy zone. And it's lows. It's lows. That's the floor. So just be aware there on Filecoin that we could come much lower. We'd have to zoom a bit further out on the coin to see where the actual floor is. But just be aware that I mean, there might definitely, they could very likely be lower prices here on Filecoin. And that makes me quite excited. So let's see here from the gurus in the building. What are you thinking on Filecoin in the shorter term? Let's open a kind of intraday trade. If we see what's happening. Okay, so that's something that we don't slack on. What we see here is a daily bullish divergence. So let's have a look at the last time this printed. And we can see it printed here. And it actually did give us a trade. It gave us a profitable trade. Yes, it wasn't huge. Oh, maybe I was wrong. 42%. Okay, so maybe there's more in this coin than we think. But look at that. The last bullish divergence market cipher gave us a 42% long trade. And what did we just get? An even steeper one. Even steeper bullish divergence. This is obviously very beautiful. It's quite a nice one. This one, almost like a head and shoulders to the downside on the RSI in terms of momentum. But this is all we need. That's all we need. That's a bullish divergence on the daily. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open a bullish trade against Bitcoin here, because this coin is giving it to us. And you know what? Coins can go against BTC. Let's put in a trend line here just to see if we can catch this sleepy giant breakout, or just at least so that we're aware of it. Oh, look at that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, because we're at resistance currently, and this could very much happen, boom, 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 I'm going to enter in a way that we can add to our trade a little bit lower. Most of you know my style for these kinds of intraday trades. It's all about laddering in. You don't go all in and you don't go all out. Everyone trades as you learn. You know, it's about TPs. It's about even partial stop losses can help. And when we're on a daily time frame like this, when we're not degen trading, we can start to be a little bit smarter about our position sizing, as well as our leverage, as well as our risk to reward ratio. Of course, be aware of the RSI. We can see regular RSI. There would have been the entry. So we are a little bit late here. We are a little bit late. But look, we're actually at a better place. And this is a bullish divergence that just printed here on the regular RSI. So things are kind of in our favor here if BTC gives us a little bit of an intraday pump. So we're going to open this on an intraday kind of time frame. Bring that back. That's our regular RSI. Let's not lose that. And you know what? Just for the sake of showing you how it all should be done, from here we go on this coin to the 1 hour time frame. Wait, let me clean up quickly. And we are almost ready for our quiz, so it is time. It is time to get in there. We are about 5 minutes away from our quiz. All right, and now I want to zoom in. Now I want to see how we can maximize this entry. And it looks like the buy liquidity is right here. We could just experience this. All right, let's check out the 1 hour. Bearish divergence on the 1 hour. So let me know, what does the crew think of this? Is there anything to be done in Filecoin here on the short term, or am I looking at the wrong coin? What I can see here on the 15-minute is a really nice trading range. So let's go here to our Bybit chart. And then when we can see a nice range here on the 15-minute, of course, you can draw in your horizontal trend lines if you want to, just to let you know. And basically just look at the range in terms of where are the largest wicks. So go to your 15-minute, look for what is wick and not candle, and realize that that's currently where the buys and sells are. And of course, be aware then what's happening on your RSI, because look at this. Everything is always given to us. If we shoot ourselves in the foot, it's our own fault. We shot ourselves in the foot. We didn't play from a position of power. Look at this rhyme of the stochastic and the regular, like I always say. And it was a beautiful trade. So snipe it. You know, so often as traders, we blame so much else for doing the wrong thing. Let me hide that comment. And I know a lot of you know what I'm talking about. We will blame the liquidity or whatnot, but in essence, we haven't checked all the confluence. We've been a little bit lazy, etc. Look here, 15-minute. Always check the 15-minute for a rhyme of the stochastic and the regular. Smash. Trade the range till it breaks. All right, so right now on this coin, we're seeing, just like I thought, it's the top of the current range on the 15-minute. Stochastic and regular not giving us what we want for our long. So we actually just wait here. And we play from a position of strength. So what we do is we just open a limit order for this level. That easy. Nice little conditional limit to pick up this liquidity, get us into the trade at the right time. So what I'll do is I'll do that in my own time, and we'll follow along with this intraday holistic trade in the Discord. And it's time to go. James, I see you. I see you. So let me know. That's a lot of exclamation marks. I love your profile picture, by the way. It reminds me of the Black Mirror. I don't know if you got it from Black Mirror, but it's so cool. Okay, I know what it means. Also, it's like a hacker thing, but I know you. You're cool. You're cool. All right, so let's go. We are moving into the Kahoot. We blame it.
Right.
All right, so let's do it. So first of all, is the raffle working? Let me drop it one more time. Before we go into the Kahoot, let me drop the raffle link one more time. Because it's very important. It can reward you for being here. And let me know what you think of the analysis. I love negative feedback. Yes, you can tell me it's good, but tell me, Jordan, you're talking nonsense. This indicator is not supposed to be with that. And then I'll be like, okay, cool, teach me something. Because you know what? We should always be learning. The mind is a sponge, and we learn every single day. Okay, KAS, nice. Lalit. Far, very nice. All right, so let's have a look here. 46.
Oh,
very, very
all right.
nice. I know we can do better than that. There are 67 in our live. So let's smash it. And please confirm if the raffle link is working. Easy questions today, please.
Yeah.
I have got some easy questions. I've got some toughies. So just remember the announcement links. Take a look at them. Just be aware of what's happening and you'll be fine.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's give it literally 1 or 2 minutes. I want to see the 69 that are online in the Kahoot. Don't be scared. I know it's scary. Maxilla, there we go. James, Enchanter, Anthony, Amana. Julia, lovely to have you. I always struggle with your name. Aris Ray, King. Trader, risk 125x. Love it. At least it's not 420x like some traders are doing. Aika, Christopher, to Boss Lady, Draxus. It's lovely to see my crew. Lalit, Lodi, if you're new, let us know. Sam D, Dubuman, if you're new, let us know where you're from. Christ, lovely. Tinshi, Jenkard, Evans, Crypto Turtle, Crypto Cloud. Coming for the gold. KM Lirst, Wrecked King. Uh-oh. Another Degen in the building. D Luffy, Trades by Real, Space, Zyder, Abby, Harsh. Anik. All right, we are 55. I love it. Ashiana, Tolani, welcome. Juxi, Horlar, Meme, Ashiana, Black Hunter, Exastra. All right, so let me know in the chat. Are we ready? And let me know who thinks they're taking home the gold. Who thinks that? Oh, there's Jess. There's Jess, previous winner. Very nice. Unsure. Harday. Manuel. Love it. Anthony from South Africa. What's up, brother? Sam D. What's up? Yo, the whole crew. Sartuk. This is looking good. Looking 53. I know we're about a 71 live right now. So come on. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. There's only ever 4 options. Sometimes 2, sometimes 3.
It's
so,
true. It's
you
true.
know, like, smash those buttons. You could be walking away with $75.
Got a 25% chance. You might as well try.
Yeah, I mean, the odds are there. The odds are in your favor. Okay, 58. But that's not the way to do it. That's DJ trading. So try to hit the right answer. As most of us know, when we're in school and we see multiple choice, we're a lot happier than if we have to write the answer in because we already have a 25% chance of getting it right. For those who are into statistics like I am, statistics run the world.
Really do.
I think I will win it in the next live. Aika, why not now? Now is the time. I want to see you win it now. Alasun, your analysis is good. All right. Okay, that's what I like to hear. James is in. Yes, this is our code for our raffle. Thank you for that, airplanes. One day I'll be a whale and I'll pump it. 4th, see you at $5. Interesting. Valentine, multiple quiz winner. Multiple, all over the place.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming. Okay, I asked for that one. Don't worry. I'll take it. Oh, I see. We move. So you see, it's not just Africa. It's also Germany and Italy. 3 winners. So runners up. It's very tough. Runners up are not getting rewards. You have to be in the top 3. Thinking caps on. It's time to go. I do indeed have my own YouTube. Feel free to follow me. Yeah, we're getting to the point where I'm just gonna be streaming to my YouTube. Everyone is welcome. Harsh, go, let's go. Start, please.
right.
So those of us who have good network are thinking, let's smash it, let's smash it. And I see 60, I see 68. So this is good. This is good. I like it. And please try be in both the live and the Kahoot. I know lots of us are trying to save our signal by just joining one of them, but you might miss out on something important.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. I think I'm about to smash start. Everybody ready? Right. Perfect. Let's go.
All right. It begins.
What is the MNT allocation for event 2? Take a quiz. We just went through this. 20 seconds left, 44 answers in. Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, half of this is just paying attention. But if you do pay attention, it's definitely there.
All right, so 57 answers in. I think for the next quiz, I might be able to bring it down to 20 seconds. That is the standard. All right, 65 answers in. So some of us not even answering. Try to smash it. And well done. The majority getting the answer correct. This is what I always love to see. So let's have a look at our first leaderboard. Draxus, lovely buddy, and Gibson. Oh, Gibson has been a star student of mine for over a year. And I mean, to witness the progress is so great. Well done, Gibson. Jess, James, and Emmons. All right, let's move. Question 2.
All right. What is the ticker for Veloz Media Group's token? Is that Vest, Vex, Vexed, or Vexed? You see your options. We put this in the links, so put on your thinking caps, and you got 20 seconds. 51 answers in so far. I think you guys got this.
Oh, Luffy. Don't post your answers in the...
Yeah.
Let me drop the Kahoot link for you again. It's this link, so you can just head to Kahoot and then enter the pin 345106, which is at the bottom of our screen.
All right, and the answer is VEXT, Vexed. And yeah, just put that pin code in. It'll take you right into the competition. You can join after you start it, right? You could drop in whenever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well done there. Looking like 42. Wow, very nice.
All right.
Nothing changed. Very cool. Okay, so well done those who are smashing it. Crypto Cloud, yep, this is pretty intense. Okay, let's move. What is the nature of the relationship between Bybit and Satos? Satos is a subsidiary of Bybit. Satos was bought over by Bybit. They are two distinct entities. 17 seconds left, 50 answers in. Smash those buttons, 5 seconds left. Yeah, that is a tough one. That was a tough one there, but well done to those who were concentrating. Satos is not a subsidiary of Bybit. Let's see a mix-up. Wow, okay, Jess is here for the gold. Draxus, James, Lalit, and Zyder. Jess, wow, incredible stuff. Okay, let's move.
All right, next question. What was the active user count for OpenSea in the month of August 2023? All right, I'm not going to read them out, but very important. Remember, there was a drop. So, all right, 18 seconds left, 50 answers in. You guys remember this. I believe in you. All right, coming up on 5 seconds. Yes, and the answer was 125K. Remember, they're seeing a lot less users these days. All right, let's see how you guys did.
So that was a tough one. Sure. But well done. Yeah, it was a bit tricky with the numbers there, but it's only 125,000.
That's saying a lot.
So, you know, if you're long-term bullish on NFTs, then that might be a time to start getting greedy. Sure, Jace, well played. Draxus, Rect King, Horlar, and Tinch. Tinch, if you're new, let us know. You have entered our leaderboard. Let us know where you're from. And congratulations, I know Horlar. Who is Rect King? Who is Rect King? Okay, let's move. 5 out of 10, true or false. China court declares virtual assets legal properties protected by law. Ooh, smashing buttons. 25 seconds left, 40 answers in. China court declares virtual assets legal properties protected by law. $57 answers in. 6 seconds left. Smash those buttons.
Good job.
Very nice. Well played, everybody. Oh, Anthony sneaking in. 3 players reaching an answer streak of 4. And well done, Jess, topping the leaderboard.
Yeah, Jess is
That
running
is
it.
not easy. So let's see. You're actually 100 points, almost 100 points in the lead, which is very nice. Then we have another 100 points between Draxus and Rect King. 200 points between Rect King and Horlar. And then a little bit of a bigger gap, about 600 points before Anthony. So there's chances for you to enter here. We're looking for these top 3, so well done. Things are hot. True or false?
All right. Isolated margin mode allows you to fund derivative trades from your spot account. 50% chance, 50% chance. Is this true or false? All right, and tricking in a little bit slower, but you got 18 seconds left. 49 answers, 50 answers submitted. Ten seconds left. Remember, only 2 options, true or false. All right, and that is false. I see
thought I
this
was
one
going to
was
trick more of you with that one.
I
well
see
done.
you got some of them. It wasn't, people didn't answer as fast, but yeah.
Yeah, and there's a
that's-
very specific reason why I want you all to know that. It's to save you from getting wrecked, because you must know that if you trade isolated, your spot is safe. And if you don't, if you trade cross, your spot is not safe, and you got to be aware of that. There's a risk. All right. Hey,
All right.
I didn't have the mix-up I wanted, but well done, Jess. Draxus, Red King, Horla, Anthony. 3 players hit an answer streak of 3. All right, so let me know in the chat if everything is working. I see everyone's quiet in the chat. Everyone's focusing. Everyone's palms are sweaty. Knees weak. Arms are heavy. Let's go.
All right.
What is the equivalent leverage of a spot trade? (1x, 2x, 50x, or 100x? What does spot mean in terms of leverage? 14 seconds left, 52 answers in. I think some have given up. Do not give up. Keep smashing those buttons. Well done,
Alright.
well done, well done. So for those of you, the 7 of you that hit the wrong answers, just be aware that a spot trade is actually a 1x.
1x.
So what this also tells you is if you want to trade your Bybit bonuses and you're not good at leverage trading, you can use a 1x. Okay, so everyone knows that. Everyone seems to know that. Oh, that was a fast smash. And Asif Tassin is back with an answer streak of 3. Otherwise, our
Correct.
leaderboard is the same. Anthony, Horlar, Rect King, Draxus, and Jess. So it's these top 3. Getting real interesting. Let's go. 8 of 10.
All right. Does Bybit, wait, it doesn't matter. Does Bybit have a unified margin trading account option? Another true or false binary option, yes or no? 47 answers in, 20 seconds left. I see. Yeah, we're probably gonna cut the time down to you guys because the bulk of them come in, but plenty of time to smash a button, get your answer in. 10 seconds left. Tricky they are. 5 seconds left. 55 in.
So I see that comment in coming in depends whether we're talking inverse or linear. Perps, but it doesn't. That doesn't matter. It's all about your margin mode, whether it's isolated or cross. It will still apply to your linear or inverse. All right, does Bybit have a unified margin trading account option? Yes, we do. And it
Yes,
is
we do.
becoming more diverse and usable. So go to your test net. And you know you can even open a sub account if you've already got your test net going. The demo trading, you can open a sub account from your main account, then open another demo trading account, then make that demo trading account UTA, and you'll see that there are 3 options on the UTA. And I believe that's where we're heading. Eventually, we're heading into all of us using UTA, different styles of UTA for different levels, different experience levels. So start to get used to it because I do believe that's where we're heading on all trading platforms. Okay, let's move. Why, nothing changing.
Right.
Alrighty.
All right. Congrats to those 3 players.
Okay, Zek. I see what you mean. Very, very interesting. Alright, Jess, Draxus, Rick King, Horlar, Anthony. 3 players have reached an answer streak of 7. Jess is representing SA. Let's go. Most of you should know this one. Always play from a position of power and strength. Use a what? And don't get wrecked. Use a what and don't get wrecked. Most of you should know this.
Yeah.
It is my tagline.
It's the tagline I'm about to say. You heard this, people. Just think about it.
I'm gaining some more. Smash those profits. This is also if you're in a profit, smash it. But yeah, always play from a position of power and strength. Use a what? Use a what and don't get wrecked. A start loss, a take profit, a stop profit, or a stop. All right, well done. 45. Know me well enough. Let's go. 16 players have an answer streak of 5. And Rect King coming up to second. Rect King, let us know who you are. That's not disrespect. That is literally my mantra. And mantra is a good word. For those of you who don't know what mantra means, it's beautiful. It's basically something that you always return to, which brings you back to yourself. There's usually a short sentence, and it usually incorporates different frequencies, which make you very relaxed. In this case, it saves us from getting bitten in the bum. All right, stop loss. Okay, Jess at the top, Rek King, Draxus, Horla, Anthony. Final question. Let's go.
All right. As always, when is the next Bybit Art of Trading live stream? I think this one speaks for itself. 34 answers, about 20 seconds left on the clock. Remember, people, as fast as you can. This is the last one. This is going to be finalized position. All right, 10 seconds left, and then drum roll because we're going to see who won. All right, and
very nice.
Come see us next time, Wednesday, 20th of September. We'll drop some new knowledge on you. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, so no one chose 40. Well done. No one chose 40.
I hope not.
Okay, so 2 weeks from now, it's the last of our series, of our 6th series, I believe. So get involved. It's your last opportunity for a few weeks while we tweak when we come back even better. And each season. All right, Valentine, very nice. Let's go. Let's see who the winners are.
All right. Well, congrats, my man.
Congrats, Drax.
Drax. And
let's go,
Jess.
Killing it. Congratulations. And our runners up. Oh, so close, Zyder. So close.
Dang.
And Anthony. Let's see if we can replay this very quickly. Well done, everybody. This has been an awesome stream. Yeah, and congrats to the winners. Very, very nice. It's cool to see the feedback. So please let us know what you think of this event so that we can let Bybit know, so that Bybit knows. There we go. UTA would say is an absolute flagship. So don't be too scared of it. I also believe this is the future. I believe this is there to help us. And of course, anything new is scary and there are risks. Whenever we come into anything new like this, it's scary and there are risks. But that's why I say first on the demo. Always first on the demo. Ah, so close, brother. Palms are sweaty. I love it. Jess, very, very well played. Okay, thank you, everybody. So we are a little bit over time. I think most of us understand where we went wrong in our Degen trade. The leverage was too high. We were a little bit antsy, and that coin pumped against BTC. So there's always a learning, always a learning. All right, thank you, everybody. I don't think I need to say my tagline. I think you all know it. And yeah, I'll see you all in the communities. I'll see you hashtag WMO next week. And yeah, thank you everybody for being here. It is such a party. You can see I'm always smiling. And Leonard, thank you for your FA as always. So much appreciated.
Thank you for having me. Thank you everybody for being here. And as always, do your research, be diligent, and make sure you're always informed about your environment so you can make the most optimal trades. Again, appreciate you guys coming out, and we'll see you next time on the Bybit Art of Trading.